You look like a guy that has a warrant. That's why I want to see your ID.
What you need to see my ID for?
Well,
a minute ago, just a minute ago, you said you need to see my ID because you thought I was somebody.
Yeah.
You just verified I'm not whoever it is you're looking for. So, am I the person you're looking for?
You're not the person you're looking for.
So, put my...
On March 25th, 2023, Money Over Loyalty was traveling in Washtenaw County, Michigan, when he was pulled over by Deputy Raab. I'm not one of these guys that says every bad interaction with police is racially motivated, but this one certainly is. Money Over Loyalty is told by police that he looks like someone with a warrant. The only description Deputy Raab has is that the person with the warrant is black, and so is Money Over Loyalty. We shouldn't be surprised by Deputy Raab's racially motivated policing because this isn't his first bout with it. In fact, he's pretty famous from his tenure with the Ann Arbor Police Department. In 2014, while under the employ of the Ann Arbor PD in Michigan, Officer Raab reported as backup to a domestic scene. There, a mentally ill black woman named Ora Rosser paid the ultimate price after meeting Raab and his partner. Ann Arbor Police released name of officer who fatally woman. Officer David Reed has been on administrative leave since the November 9th. The officer who is with him, Mark Raab, has also been on leave while the Michigan State Police investigation continues. And this story isn't one the public is soon to forget, because 6 years later, it's still making headlines and the ripple effect caused by these officers. In fact, the community was so outraged by this incident that aside from police reform, the public decided to take matters into their own hands. The police wanted to take a victim that they created and paint her as a violent animal. The public wasn't buying it, and every single year, on the day of her death, they hold a vigil to mourn her loss and to hold the Ann Arbor police accountable. But what's the accountability for Officer Raab, who it appears after this incident left and got a job with the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Department? As of this day, I did a search through their employee database, and from that search it appears that Deputy Raab is no longer employed with them either. One thing is absolutely for certain: in his tenure at Washtenaw, he violated Money Over Loyalty's rights. We're not going to have it, so let's get into it.
You look like a guy that has a warrant. That's why I want to see your ID.
Some pretext for the beginning of the stop because the camera only starts rolling here. The driver of Money Over Loyalty's car is pulled over for a minor infraction. At that point, the police officer wants the passenger's ID. But everyone knows that a passenger doesn't have to identify unless there's reasonable articulable suspicion or probable cause that a crime, felony, city ordinance, or misdemeanor is about to be in the commission of or is about to be violated. But as you saw in the opener, we know Deputy Raab's past, and a black person traveling freely is just more than he can handle. So he tries to say to Money Over Loyalty that there's a warrant matching his description and he has to ID. But does he? In the state of Michigan, police can identify you if they have an arrest warrant that describes you sufficiently. I'm sorry, officer, but I don't think black is sufficiently. The warrant must include the judge's name, your name and address, the date, the place to be searched, a description of any items being searched for, and the name of the agency that is conducting the search or arrest. Now that we cleared up the law, and that the cop is violating it in every way, let's get back to the real reason for this unlawful stop.
I'm not the driver of the car.
It doesn't matter. If you have a warrant, you have a warrant.
I don't have any warrants.
Okay, what's your name?
You don't need to know my name.
Yes, I do.
Who do you suspect me of being? Who do you suspect me of being? Who do you suspect me of being?
Money Over Loyalty hits the nail on the head. Like we already went over, in Michigan, to get your ID for having a warrant, the warrant must explain and describe the subject sufficiently. So if Deputy Raab is stopping this man and asking for his identification because he has a warrant, then he has a sufficient description, like who this man should be, what his name should be, what he should look like. Money over loyalty calls him on that, and the officer should be able to say, well, your name is this, your address is this, and this is the name of the judge that signed off on it. But there wasn't a warrant, was there? Just a famed racist cop going after somebody else whose skin color was different than his.
Call the supervisor.
So you might give my ID back, please.
Picture of that text kind of
Can y'all call for a supervisor?
Nope.
Did he say no?
And despite what many of you folks may think at home, there's no legal obligation for a police officer to have their supervisor respond to your scene. No law, no case law, no statute. Some police departments have policies and procedures that specifically state and outline that when a citizen requests a supervisor, if available, should respond. This, however, is a policy left to each agency, not a law. But it is something you should always ask for.
If you're not the guy I'm looking for, dude, it's not a big deal. Just let me see your ID. If you're not the guy I'm looking for, dude, it's not a big deal. Just let me see your ID. If you're not the guy I'm looking for, dude, it's not a big deal. Just let me see your ID.
Ain't that a bag of buttholes? If you're not the guy I'm looking for, dude, it ain't a big deal. Just let me see your ID. That's the stupidest statement I've ever heard come from a cop. This cop's argument is, listen, sir, if you haven't broken the law, and I can't use my qualified immunity to suspend or terminate your constitutional rights because you haven't broken the law, you should really help me with my ID cookie and give me your ID. Because if you've committed a crime, you need to give me ID. And if by my own admission you haven't committed a crime, you need to give me ID. Henceforth, furthermore, and then because I'm a cop and I'm a idiot.
What you need to see my ID for? Well, a minute ago, just a minute ago, you said you need to see my ID because you thought I was somebody.
Yeah.
You just verified I'm not whoever it is you're looking for.
I did not verify.
And now you still looking for my ID.
I did not verify that.
So now you want to try to violate my constitutional rights? Is that what you want to try to do? Because I've been doing a whole lot of research on this.
Okay, you should probably read up on the laws then, my friend.
Oh, I do know the laws.
Okay.
What crime have I been suspected of doing?
You look like a guy that has a warrant. My partner's checking the photo right now to make sure it's you, or see if it isn't you.
So because you suspect I'm somebody, what law is that breaking? Yeah, look real good.
Look, if you got your ID on you,
look real good.
Look, if you got your ID on you,
call the supervisor.
I'm not calling a supervisor.
Call the supervisor.
Look, sir.
Can I get your name and your badge number?
That's not a problem, Deputy. Your ID 2175.
So can I get yours?
So here's the thing. If you just give us your ID and we make sure that you're not the person that we're looking for, then we're all good.
I don't have to give y'all nothing.
Okay, well then we're probably going to ask you to step out of the car till we can identify you if we think that you are this person.
I hope at this exact moment, Money Over Loyalty is thinking about how he's going to be spending the bucks. We went over it. In Michigan, the police have to have a sufficient description of who you are, including your name, your address, and the judge that signed the warrant. They don't have any of that, so they legally can't ID him. If they legally can't ID him, they can't make him get out of the vehicle so they can ID him because of his prospective warrant. I don't think I've ever seen the Fourth Amendment be more clearly violated. Wait, I have. I definitely have. When Raab mag-dumped on a mentally ill innocent person in 2016, that was decidedly worse. But hey, give the guy a badge, let him go violate somewhere else, right? This is ridiculous. If you make a chicken chalupa wrong at a Taco Bell, right, then you get fired. You don't get hired at another Taco Bell because they don't want you making a chicken chalupa wrong twice. But if you take someone out at one police precinct, they're just willing to hire you at another? How does Taco Bell rank higher on the morality chart than the cops? Well, that's because they're cops.
Okay, and you can call for a supervisor too.
I'm not doing that because my supervisor's going to say the exact same thing I'm telling you right now.
Okay, call for a supervisor. Let's get him out here. Let's see what he got to say.
My supervisor's not going to tell me anything different.
Okay, but if I'm requesting for a supervisor, y'all got to call him.
Supervisor or not, I do not. I don't.
Okay, well.
All right, would you mind just stepping out of the file for me then?
My constitutional rights and search me. Somebody record this.
You have the right to identify.
No, you don't. I didn't give y'all a right to search my purse.
That's fine.
So, am I the person you looking for?
You're not the person you're looking for.
So,
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 Not the person they were looking for. But how could the police get it wrong? My brain just does not compute. Wait a second. You're telling me cop pulls over a black man, a famously racist cop, doesn't have sufficient identification characteristics for a warrant, but then makes the subject get out of the car anyways because he's dead sure this is the guy from the warrant. Then finds out what he knew all along wasn't the guy from the warrant. But that has nothing to do with it, does it? He just wanted the guy out of the car so he could search him because he believed that he had some drugs, contraband, or weapons on him. And then when he didn't, he just said, well, turns out you're not the guy I was looking for. Shame. You a dirty cop, Deputy Raab of the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Department. You dirty, brah.
put my back in my pockets and get the phone out my face. The will be suing.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I know it is.
All you have to do is identify yourself. That's it.
I don't have to. I haven't committed any mother crime.
If we believe that you might be the person, this is you and me.
But that's suspicion.
Yes,
that's what you
suspicion.
think.
Yep,
that's not a law.
I'm not going to argue with you anymore because
you don't have to argue. Because I requested for a supervisor.
That's fine.
Hey, Bert, can you call for a supervisor since you don't want to?
I'm not the OIC on this stuff, all right?
I mean, but still, I'm requesting for a supervisor.
You can take him out, Rob.
You giving us a hard time too.
I'm not giving y'all a hard time. I haven't committed any crime. I haven't did anything wrong.
You was refusing.
But I don't. By law, I don't have to.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. By law, y'all cannot just come and approach me and tell me give y'all my.
Man, we're done.
I know you done, cause I ain't did shit wrong. So I will be suing the shit out of y'all.
That's fine. So what do you want? My partner's got your wallet.
Here's your wallet, sir.
Can I get y'all? Can I get some cards of yours?
I gave you all my information, sir. If you have a problem, you can just call it dispatch.
Can I get my driver's license?
Yeah, my partner's got it. He'll give it back to you.
No, don't give it to me. Give it back to the owner. Yeah, y'all want to be with y'all. Yeah, you was, because I told y'all I wasn't who y'all was looking for. I do know that. I ain't got no warrants. I know what the f going on with. So y'all will be hearing from my lawyer in the morning.
You have a happy new year.
Hey, y'all have a happy new year. Stop out here. Y'all ain't got else better to do but fish. Y'all can't find wrong, so y'all want to just for whoever y'all. At the end of the night, I ain't got to be worried about. Now, y'all always think somebody got to be worried about, man. What's good with it, my nigga?
You dirty, bro. On a real note, though, this type of stuff drives me nuts. I get so many video submissions on a daily basis. I go through them with a fine-tooth comb. And there's different tiers of, like, what drives me crazy and how much it drives me crazy. One of the most insane things to watch is when a cop pulls some racist. It absolutely drives me insane. Because we all have the right, as Americans, to be American. American is not a skin color. It's not a nationality. It's not a language. American is who we are. We all bleed the same color. When you see someone and they look different than you believe they should look, or your belief of their looks is the sole reason you decide to violate their rights, this drives me bananas. And I'm going to keep covering every single video like this because these dirty cops need to get gone. But will they ever get gone? Will they ever lose their job? No, because if you violate the out of somebody's rights at one PD, they're just going to hire you somewhere else. They're going to be like, it's actually a calling card. Listen. It's a hell of a rookie card. It's a collector's item. It's a holographic. It's like a Charizard. I've seen what you did, that unarmed woman. Ah, woo! You got her gone. That was pretty awesome. So just saying, you want a job, you got it. And what other explanation is there, right? Like, you do something wrong, you lose your job, you stay out of that field. It's only policing where the worst violation is a more fast transfer. And it needs to stop. The bravery of this guy to film when he knew he was dealing with someone bad was nothing short of brave. So make sure you go over there, tell him Accountability for All sent you. His channel and original video link will be in the description. Don't forget, folks, film the cops, stay safe, and that's the reason I stopped you today.